Hi everyone, I am here with a Bible reading. Sherman and I hope you guys are having a good day. Sorry if you guys hear a loud noise outside. Some idiot keeps running their vehicle, their truck up and down the road on purpose really fast, revving their engine. I don't know what their problem is, but they keep doing it over and over, back and forth. It's going to rain here. It's getting really dark and very windy. Alright, so we'll be reading in the King James Version, and we'll be reading John chapter 18, verses 1 through 24, Psalm 119. I told you guys this was a long psalm. You'd know this if you would follow along with us every year. Psalm 119 is a long psalm. Verse 97 through 112. Am I going too fast, babe? What do you need me to tell you? The song? No. John 18, 1 through 24. Psalm 119, 97 through 112. And Proverbs chapter 16, verses 8 and 9. You have that? It's so weird. It's like really dark and windy, but the sun just started shining. It looks so weird out there. It's weird to see like super dark from getting ready to storm, but then the sun starts peeking through. There's going to be a rainbow in this. Gotta be. We're going to have to go out and look for it, Sherman, after it rains. Can we do that? Can we?
Never mind.
Well, I'll find it. Can we do it? Alright, let's get started with John. When Jesus had spoken these words, he went forth with his disciples over the brook Cedron, where was a garden, into the which he entered, and his disciples. Jesus and his disciples were always together, except when Jesus left them for a time to usually go up into the mountains to pray alone. You know, they were always together, always together. Judas Iscariot, then having received a band of men and officers from the chief priests and Pharisees, cometh thither with lanterns and torches and weapons, like a mob coming after Jesus. Jesus, therefore, knowing all things that should come upon him, went forth and said unto them, Whom seek ye? Already knowing they were looking for him. They answered him, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus said unto them, I am he. And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with them. As soon then as he had said unto them, I am he, they went backward and fell to the ground. Then asked he them again, Whom seek ye? And they said, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus answered, I have told you that I am he. If therefore ye seek me, let these go their way, that the saying might be fulfilled, which he spake of them, which thou gavest me. Of them which thou gavest me have I lost none. Saying, like the disciples that God gave Jesus, he didn't lose any of them, except for the one that left him, the traitor, Judas. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it and smote the high priest's servant and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus. Then said Jesus unto Peter, Put up thy sword into thy sheath. The cup which my Father hath given me, shall I not drink it? Jesus didn't want them fighting. He said, stop it. This is the way it's supposed to happen. This is the way it's supposed to be. Then the band and the captain and the officers of the Jews took Jesus and bound him and led him away to Ananias. But it's not saying here then why they was doing that, why they was bounding him up. The disciples, all the disciples that were with Jesus, his disciples all fled. But Peter snuck behind and followed at a distance where nobody could see him, because he wanted to see what was going on. And led him away to Ananias first, for he was father-in-law to Caiaphas. Caiaphas was the high priest that year, and he was not very nice man. Caiaphas, which was the high priest the same year. Now Caiaphas was he which gave counsel to the Jews, that it was expedient that one man should die for the people. He was really wanting Jesus' death. It's better for one man to die. It's better for Jesus to die than Jesus to ruin a bunch of people, you know. And Simon Peter followed Jesus, and so did another disciple. That disciple was known unto the high priest, and went in with Jesus into the palace of the high priest. But Peter stood at the door without. Then went out that disciple which was known unto the high priest, and spake unto her that kept the door, and brought in Peter. Then saith the damsel that kept the door unto Peter, Art not thou also one of this man's disciple? He saith, I am not. And remember what Jesus said. Do you remember? Peter said, I will go down with you even to death if I have to, he told Jesus. And Jesus said, will you really, Peter? He said, before the rooster crows, 3 times you will deny me. You will deny me 3 times before the rooster crows. Remember that. This is one. And the servants and the officers stood there, who made a fire of coals, for it was cold, and they warmed themselves. And Peter stood with them and warmed himself. The high priest then asked Jesus of his disciples and of his doctrine. Jesus answered him, I spake openly to the world. I ever taught in the synagogue and in the temple, whither the Jews always resort, and in the secret have I said nothing. He's saying, I've been in the synagogues and in the temples where the Jews were, and have done everything in public. I have done nothing in secret. They've seen what I've done. I've done nothing wrong. You've seen what I've done. Why askest thou me? Ask them which heard me what I have said unto them. Behold, they know what I said. And when he had thus spoken, this makes me so mad. And when Jesus said that, they ask him to speak, and he speaks, and speaks the truth. And when he had thus spoken, one of the officers which stood by struck Jesus with the palm of his hand, saying, Answerest thou the high priest so? Saying, don't you speak to the high priest that way. Pretty much. Hit Jesus in the face. That wasn't the only time. They hit him with their staff. They spit on him. They mocked him. They flogged him. They put a crown of thorns on his head. Big thorns, not those little briars. Big thorns. His head bleeding. They took off his clothes and shamed him. Cast lots for his clothes. Tried to give him vinegar to drink, making him think it was water. They did stupid, mean things to him that they didn't have to do. But they were going to crucify him. That was bad enough. Let them crucify him. But why did they have to do all those other things to him? They didn't. And you know the devil was sitting there smiling and laughing the whole time. With every stroke. Jesus answered him, If I had spoken evil, bear witness of the evil. But if well, why smoughtest thou me? Jesus is saying, if I said something bad, bear witness of what I done said bad. But if I said something well, why did you hit me? Because he didn't tell a lie. He didn't say nothing wrong. And Ananias had sent him bound unto Caiaphas, the high priest. After that. Okay, so we'll read the rest of that tomorrow. And that's probably when you'll see Peter deny Jesus a couple more times, probably in tomorrow's reading. The sun's going again. Rain's getting closer, guys. Psalm 119, verses 97 through 112. How are you guys liking the cover photos for the videos I've been putting on here lately? Aren't they really pretty? The jungle pictures and stuff I found. I don't even remember what I typed in to find those, but they were gorgeous. And I found some pretty ones last night that I copied too to put on the videos. I like putting pretty ones on for you guys. I love those. Actually used one as a screensaver on the computer too. Okay, sorry, here we go. You ready? Sure. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, how I love thy law. It is my meditation all the day. Though through thy commandments hast made me wiser than mine enemies, for they are ever with me. I have more understanding than all my teachers, for thy testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the ancients, because I keep thy precepts. I have refrained my feet from every evil way, that I might keep thy word. I have not departed from thy judgments, for thou hast taught me. How sweet are thy words unto my taste, yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth. Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. I have sworn, and I will perform it, that I will keep thy righteous judgments. I am afflicted very much. Quicken me, O Lord, according unto thy word. Accept, I beseech thee, the farewell offerings of my mouth. O Lord, and teach me thy judgments. My soul is continually in my hand, yet do I not forget thy law. The wicked have laid a snare for me, yet I erred not from thy precepts. Thy testimonies have I taken as an heritage forever, for they are the rejoicing of my heart. I have inclined my heart to perform thy statutes, always, even until the end. And that's where we're stopping with Psalm 119. And now we're going to Proverbs chapter 16, verses 8 and 9. Ready? Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. A man's heart deviseth his ways, but the Lord directeth his steps. You can always make plans, but it don't mean it's going to happen the way you want. It's going to happen the way the Lord wants. Unless the devil gets in there, and then, he can ruin things if you let him. Unless you're being tested. But that has to do with the devil too, like I said. Because the devil tells God, well, they only like you, or they're only faithful to you because you let them have this or that, or you're good to them. If you done this to them, the devil says, they would turn on you. And God says, no, they wouldn't. They're my faithful son or daughter. And the devil's like, put them to the test and see. And so God would test you. And a lot of people turn away from God because of the struggles and the tests that they go through. And the devil laughs the whole time you're going through it. When you're cursing God, he laughs, knowing it's just a matter of time till you turn from him. But oh, does it make him furious and angry when you go through hardships and he tries to make it harder and harder on you, but you still praise God every single day and you don't give up on him. You still pray to God and never turn away from him no matter what you go through, no matter what struggles the devil puts on you. He can't break you. And God is there smiling with love beaming in his heart. So proud. That's why we go through trials. So remember that next time something bad happens. People are always too quick to blame God for making bad things happen in their life. And if God loved us, why would he let this happen or that happen? Only good comes from God. Bad comes from Satan. Satan will make you believe bad things are from God because Satan is the father of lies. He is the father of lies. Alright guys, well that was our Bible reading for today. I hope it touched your guys' hearts. I did a Bible reading last night. It was in the book of Matthew. I'll be doing one tonight, and what was it? Oh shoot. I can't remember what book it was in. But I'll be doing another Bible study again tonight. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye guys. God bless.